Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. There's nobody on right now. But I'm just going to go ahead and get started. It's that time of year, everybody's busy and got a lot of stuff going on in the evening. So you guys might not anybody show up. So I'm going to go ahead and just get started here. So first thing I want to talk about is I just got home from Colorado for a scouting trip. So it was family vacation, but I did sneak in some scouting there at the end. My goodness, look at all those flies flying around. You can tell it's summertime around here. I've got I've got a great big old light on each side here, and I've got every other light in the basement off, so there's a whole bunch of flies flying around here. I'm gonna have to get a fly trap or something. Anyway, so back to it. Summer scouting trip. So I already knew before I went out that winter has been pretty slim in the West. Pretty much everywhere that I know of, everybody I've talked to, um, all the stuff just been seeing, just from around the West in general it's been a very dry winter. So not a lot of snow, not a lot of snow up top. Let's see, I think the highest we got while we were out there was 14,000 feet, and there was like some patches of snow, but nothing like what you would really expect still for this time of year. There should have been quite a bit more up there. Now it did rain a little bit while we were up there. Definitely the streams still seem to have water in them, so there's still snow melting off. And I don't know what it's going to do when all of the snow's gone, because there is a little bit up top, but just not very much. So I don't know what that's going to do to those higher elevation streams. I would say they're probably going to dry up fairly quick unless it just rains a fair amount. So let's see. I ended up talking with some locals. They all talked like it was just super dry. A lot of them are already hauling water to their cattle, which is a pretty poor sign right now. So I don't want to sound all doom and gloom by any means, because all the big rivers still had water. A lot of the mountain lakes and ponds, those all had water. Every one that we went by, those all still had water. So I don't want to make it sound, super doom and gloom, because they could definitely get some rain, and just trickle them along, and there definitely could still be feed, all summer long. And the biggest thing that it may have an effect on, that I would say, as of now, and I'm, obviously looking at this optimistically, is there may be a little bit of uh antler growth issues, where maybe there's going to be some inches lost that wouldn't be there. Now I'm not a trophy hunter myself, so I don't care that much about that in particular, but I know some guys do, so I just kind of want to point that out. I talked to another guy from Utah. He was in the same boat. He was already hauling water as well. They did move their cows up into the mountains, but they were hauling water up there. I did. So where I hunt at is not high elevation. We're talking probably 7,000, 8,000 feet. That's one of my main spots in Colorado that I really like. And now when I was in there, so I got a secret trail that I take up. There's some BLM roads that just go way, way super deep. They cut through some private ground, and so there's an easement to get through the private ground. So a lot of those guys, they'll get on their side by sides. They'll take that BLM road. And they just go way back in there. Well, so that private kind of wraps around the piece that I hunt. It's real steep to get up to. Looks really, really nasty to get into, but I found a drainage that I can go up. Makes the trip longer than just going straight up, but it's not nearly as steep. I can put that thing down in 45 minutes. I can be on the very tip top up there. But in that drainage that I hike up, there's a spring that runs. Every time I've been in there, the spring has been running. This time when we were in there, so I took my wife and my daughters with me, and I just kind of wanted to show them, where I hunt. I just thought that'd be pretty cool. Kind of show them where, hopefully I'm going to take them someday and kill their first bulls at when they get a little older. But anyways, so we were hiking up there, and I was kind of excited to show them that spring because it's kind of cool how it runs. We got up there, and there's a little bit of water puddled, but it was mostly mud, so it's definitely dry. I kind of feel like I'm kicking a dead horse here a little bit with that, uh, but that's my report. I did see everything that I saw as far as animal wise goes. I seen let's see, there was 112 elk one evening that we saw, and then the next morning we, probably were seeing a lot of the same elk, but they were just spread out. They weren't necessarily all herded up together. But they were all in great body shape. The calves looked good. The cows looked, real good. The cows were good and fat, so they wintered well. They're doing well. Even for it looking a little dry, the grass was green. There is a burn area next to where I hunt. Actually all the burns I saw. So we kind of made a dip. We kind of went in down like Highway 50 and cut through like Colorado Springs, and then we kind of cut over to like Gunnison, Crested Butte area. And then we went north from there. Well, actually, I guess we had to go west because we couldn't get through that road in my wife's car. So we went up through like Montrose and up through like Carbondale and Glenwood Springs, and then on up into like Meeker, and then we went on west, and we ended up in Utah, and then we worked our way back. So that's kind of the path that we took. Just to kind of give you guys an idea of where we were and what all I was seeing. But so I did drive past a lot of burns. They were all super green. Most of the grass was all green, especially anywhere where there was, water drainage around them. They were all super green. Some of those south facing slopes, especially the southwest slopes, those were really dry and brown looking. But those are the ones that get sunbaked first. So all the north slopes and east slopes, those all looked good. Lot of feed on them. So definitely not all bad, but just kind of wanting to give you guys kind of a summary of what I did see, so you know what to expect when you get there. And I think a lot of the way, kind of no matter which state you're going to, a lot of the West is kind of in the same condition this year. So that's about my report for that. The mule deer all look good. All those that I saw, they were all in good body condition. I didn't see any mule deer fawns. To be honest, I don't know when they actually dropped their fawns, so they may not have dropped yet. A lot of those does did look pretty big, but as far as the elk go, they were in great shape. The calves looked really good. The cows were in great shape. A small handful of bull. I didn't see any big bulls. Of course, I really didn't expect to, especially not in with the cows. This time of year, really just I didn't expect to see big bulls. I kind of figured they'd be raghorns and spikes, but what I did see, everything was all in good body condition. The antelope that I saw, those were all in good body condition. I probably saw 100 of them, in various random spots. So, as far as body conditions go, the animals look great. It looks like there's definitely feed right now. A lot of the mule deer I saw, they were all past their ears, in width, or, the bigger ones, obviously. So, they've got a fair amount of growing left, but a lot of them have put on quite a bit of antler already. So I'm kind of banking on it's going to be a pretty good year. The only thing is if you're going to some of the reports I've kind of been looking into and stuff, if you're going to be in like Montana, so, like grizzly country, pardon the interruption. I just wanted to take a moment and let you know what we've got going on over at Western Hunter 101. With season only a couple of months away, from now through the end of August, we are going to run what we're calling our summer camp special, where we're going to take 50% off the full send. That's right, 50% off for the first 40 guys that want to sign up. We want to do our part and be able to help as many guys as we can put that notch in that first elk tag. So if you're brand new to Western hunting, if you're overwhelmed and you have no idea where to start, head over to Western Hunter 101 through the link in the description. And when you sign up, use promo code SUMMERCAMP and save 50% off of your membership. And remember, at Western Hunter 101, this is not an annual subscription. You pay one time and you are a member forever. So if you're new, overwhelmed, don't know where to start, if you would like help with the multiple states applications, tags, points, gear, e-scouting, using public land, getting fit to hunt, meat care, camping, leaving proof of sex, you name it, anything and everything to do with planning and executing your first Western hunt, then head over to Western Hunter 101 through the link below and get signed up. And remember, this offer ends either the end of August or when 40 guys sign up, so don't miss your spot. The dry weather apparently stresses them out quite a bit, so they're kind of everybody that I talk to that has much experience with that. But basically the people that I talked to that would know, that were kind of telling me this, is the dry weather can definitely make the bears more aggressive. So something you may want to keep in mind when you're out there this fall. Make sure you got your bear spray. You know how to use it. If you're taking a sidearm, especially if you're gonna be archery hunting, if you're gonna take a sidearm, make sure you know how to use that thing. Make sure you practice drawing it. You might feel goofy practicing that, but do it anyways. Because it sounds like it's gonna be one of those years where the bears are gonna be fairly aggressive, and I think the way they talked is just the dry weather, with their fishing and with their foraging and everything. It was just gonna stress the bears out more and put them in more of a bad mood. So definitely just want to be prepared for that. I'm not trying to scare you off or talk doom and gloom. I just wanna prepare you with what I know. Or at least what I've been told, because I'm not an expert when it comes to grizzly bears by any means, but that's kind of what I'm gathering. And I know, let's see, what have they had? I think they've already had maybe 3 or 4 bear attacks in like Yellowstone, and maybe a few in Montana already. Already this spring, early summer. So yeah, that's what I know on that front. Let's see. I'm trying to rack my brain and see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. As far as that scouting trip goes, I think that was kind of the main gist of it. And then beyond that, it was kind of nice to get out and not only put my eyes on the country, but do some hiking, hike into some places. Kind of that summer reminder of what it is like, hiking the mountains. I'm getting ready to start. So I'm talking to Jeremy, from Fit to Hunt. I'm going to start in July with, it's going to be like a custom program. It's going to be kind of tailor made to what I have at home. That's what him and I talked about, because I do kind of live out in the middle of nowhere. Now I am gonna use the gym for the 12-week program, but I'm gonna take one of his custom courses or programs, whatever you want to call it, just to get ready for the 12-week program. Anthony, from Illinois, he's our newest member. He is doing the 12-week program from Jeremy as well, and he already started. He went ahead and got started on it, and then he backed off, and he's going to hold up until it times out for his hunt, because he wants to peak, for when he gets there. But he was saying it's rough and it's tough, so it's definitely a butt kicker, which is good. It was kind of nice for me to get out and get that reminder, of what it is going to be. Because I know sometimes it's easy, we're all busy, like tonight, nobody's here tonight. And that's fine. I know it's that time of year, we've all got a lot of stuff going on, and, I definitely, I'm all about spending time with your family and all that good stuff. So, just kind of want to spit that out there. So it's kind of a good reminder when you're busy in the summertime to remember to, uh, to keep training and keep working out, because it's coming faster than we think. So for me, my hunt is going to be late October, so I'm not going to start my 12-week until I think it's the beginning of August. But you archery guys, you guys that are going in September, it's time's here. So definitely need to, if you're going in September, you definitely need to get moving on getting legged up. Let's see, what else was I wanting to get into tonight? Yeah, that's kind of the main things that I wanted to get into. Just looking here on my phone, I had some stuff on it, just making sure I hit everything.